Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Genshin Impact playthrough session. It has been a couple of days since my last stream. We had some technical difficulties at the end of that last session, and so I am starting up a new one where we are officially starting the first of, I think, 3 major lore-focused world quests for Natlin, focused on our little Tepetless, our little buddy Bibu, and a bunch of the content focused on, I think, the history of Natlin and kind of like the situation going on right now with the Flame Lord's blessing, this little red mark on our little guy's head. Bro is too strong for his own good, and we have to somehow find a way to quell this power. We have to take him on, I think, a pilgrimage to the volcano, which I'm assuming this world quest is going to bleed into like 5.1, 5.2, 5.3 content, similar to like Narcissan Kreutz Ordo, how that was like a multi-patch cycle of like finishing up the full world quest. We also got a bit of lore over the last couple of streams regarding information on like the previous Pyro Sovereign, this Flame Lord's blessing, as well as a pilgrimage that happened in the past that's kind of similar to what we're doing now. I don't know who imprisoned Bibu in that little phlogiston engraving that we first found him in. I don't know how he got bestowed upon with this Flame Lord's blessing, but I'm eager to help him out, and I just want to see where we go from here. But before we start, I do have a little bit of housekeeping, actually, of things that I want to kind of get out of the way before we get into the quest itself. First and foremost, we finally got Kinich and Kahul Ahau to friendship level 10. We actually have his Ahau name card, which is interesting. Ahau, at first glance, you might think that the almighty dragon lord Kahul Ahau has finally succeeded in turning the puny Kinich into a vessel of his will. Sadly, though, this is just the way name cards are named. I would equip that if not for the fact that we also got another name card. Ladies and gentlemen, I finally did it. I actually went back and did my Imaginarium Theater for this cycle, and I finally have the Hexenzirkel Tea Party name card, the Poetic Pages. The dreams someone weaves into being are false, but they nonetheless point towards something real. There must be an eternity forged from memory at the end of this path. Chat, we're just in a giant like dream memory bubble, I swear to God. This is such a cool name card though, and I love how this name card is like half of this name card. Like these two name cards, like this is the other name card. It's like the introduction into the Imaginarium Theater, but it's like cut in half. And then this is I believe this is Anya M. Anders' daughter's cat from the narration world quest that we got during Simulanka. Next month I'll be able to get this one because I just have to get one more envisaged echo, so then I'll have all of them. But I definitely wanted to redeem that. I want to see what it actually looks like on my... All right, so first off, actually, where's Kahul? So we have Kahul. That one looks interesting. That one actually looks really cool. And then, but this one, man, you can't deny. Look at that. That looks so good. I'm literally at the freaking Hexenzirkel Tea Party with Albedo. Rhine daughter, you can show up whenever you want. Your son is waiting for you, okay? Also, I have not gotten this yet. I haven't used this yet, but this is the last of the anniversary rewards that they gave out to us. A mechanism that continuously absorbs the force it receives. Apparently, when the timer within reaches bursting point, it will explode in a dazzling display of fireworks, but the amount of force needed to trigger this explosion may vary each time. So why not take turns attacking? Oh, what the heck? Is this like oh, hold on a second. Oh, that's a pyro slime inside. Oh shit, hold on. Pause champ. I'll just say it's like hot potato. It's like take turns hitting it and see what happens. See who explodes. Oh! I have no one to play with but myself. Oh my god. Hold up. Oh, that's cool. Wait, I can okay, that's good. Oh, this is kind of cool. So it's RNG based. So 1 hit, 2, 3. All right, I thought it was gonna explode that time. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is so not cool. This thing's gonna blow up in my face. 8, 9, 10, 11. Jesus. What's the highest that you guys have ever gotten? Like, I assume there's like a, like, is it infinite? Is it really RNG? I'm over here thinking that I'm gonna blow up with Bibu right here. So for those of you who were in my last stream, the last video that I did, we went through all of the different interactions with my little Bibu Saurian. And there was one interaction that we did that was a server reset interaction. So we had to like plant something in this area and then we had to come back to it. So I have not been back here yet. So I don't know what, I assume it's one of those like ember core flowers that are here. But yeah. Oh yeah, look, chat, we did that. We planted the flowers. Holy moly. Wow, what a pretty flower. Is that the seed Bibu planted? Look at how my Saurian did that. Ah, that was the seed we infused with phlogiston back then. Paimon didn't realize it was an amber core flower seed. No wonder it didn't sprout before. There simply wasn't enough phlogiston in it. W Bibu right here. See, Bibu, this is the flower you planted. The seed didn't die. If anything, it bloomed super nicely. I'm surprised it wasn't a whopper flower. Stop being so hung up about it. Yeah, Bibu's like, look at me, I did good. I'm a real one. Now, you'd better make sure to become a big, strong, awesome Saurian, just like this seed became a flower, all right? We did it, chat. All the amber cores for my Saurian. We did this. We were here, chat. You know, I'm gonna get a little picture right here while I'm at it to commemorate the moment. My Saurian. I'm like a proud parent. Oh, we got an achievement for that too, actually. A new hope, like a sprouting seed. Oh, that was goated. I like that. All right, gamers, with that all said, we are actually going to be starting the first major world quest. This place takes part in the general area of the sulfurous vein, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this area right here, this spot right here. And we are just going to see what it entails. I believe this is one part of like 3 other quests that we got to do. And so you have to do this part. And then I think after you finish this part, the second part of the quest unlocks here. And then after you do these 2, a third part opens up. So this is just going to be, I guess, part 1 of 3. I also haven't really been in this area at all. So yeah, I made sure to stay away from this area because oh shit, it's right there. That's the sulfurous vein, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on over here. And I think this is the quest that Bibu's gonna be on the journey with us too. All right, here we go, gamers. This NPC right here. Let me just do this real quick. Just grab that. And let's check this. Pins of rock entwined with golden runes. This area looks so sick. Yeah, so it's a bunch of like solid phlogiston. I don't know what all of this energy is. It's all coming from that vein, it seems. All right, let's talk to the NPC. Shadow pins. This is a big problem. Man, what terrible luck. Still, wouldn't this make for a pretty interesting story opener? T2, the tribe's old storyteller, spoke of what he had seen. On the day of that great earthquake, he saw the giant shadow pin plunge beneath the earth, and that is how all the calamities began. Whoa, this guy sure is spouting some scary stuff. Ah, yes, you've sure gotten slow. Didn't even notice them until they were right under your nose. That line's from a story I recently read. It left a real impression on me. Still... Wait, what the heck? Still, if you ask me, eavesdropping isn't usually considered a sign of virtue. Don't blame us. You were the one talking super loudly. Bibu's like, sir, what's bro yapping about? Really? Well, that makes things awkward. And hey, come on, little fella. Why are you backing these Outlanders? Just whose side are you on? This is my dad. I'm on my dad's side. All right. Still, it's quite the strange little ensemble. 2 Outlanders and a special little Tapetlosaurus. That social studies bookworm sure would love to see this. Wait, could you understand what Bibu's saying? Understood Saurian speak? You've got to be kidding me. No one can do that. What do you think they'd say anyways? Hello, my name is Bibu? Yeah, I hope. That'd be cool. But I'm one of the children of echoes, and we're always around Tapetlosaurs. You could figure what they're trying to communicate from their eyes, their expressions, and humming noises they make. Anyways, introductions are in order. T2, that's my name. Paimon's Paimon. I'm MurderofBirds. Isn't this the name of the NPC that one guy was talking about? Isn't this the guy that was like supposed to take his shift or something, I think? And this is Bibu. All right then. Here in Natlin, those who exchange names but not blows are considered friends, and friends we shall be. T2, you say? Oh, so you're T2. We saw a sentry on our way here named Yakam. Yeah, who wanted you to get back to your post. Yeah, I remember that. So he was the one taking the shift before mine. Unfortunately, he'll have to wait a little longer. I feel for him, but I've got something more important to take care of right now. And what's that important matter? Standing around? Ah, you don't understand, little Outlander Paimon. This is a critical yet boring place. Though it is filled with naught but stone pillars, my presence alone is is itself key. Actually, there's something else Paimon wanted to ask. What's this called a shadow pin, and what's this shadow? Were I telling the children a story, I'd say that the Wyob hung the pins here to pin the shadow of the volcano lord in place. But that which is sealed beneath them is in truth the abyss? Oh, okay. So this might be like an abyssal cleansing type of quest then. That's how most tales in Natlan are. They're embellished narratives held up as warnings, and all this rhetoric is some kind of metaphor. So you mean the abyss is actually sealed below here? That's right. No biggie, no sweat. Oh, that's interesting. So I wonder if when we go to like the People of the Springs area, I guess each area might have a different sealed form of the abyss, because like each of them were hit by the abyss differently. That's right, and 2 of the 3 small shadow pins are recently floating up. Perhaps when the 3rd floats too, all the evil beneath the earth shall come surging up like a tide. You have 3 of these? 3 small and 1 huge, actually, and this is the big one. The others look nothing like this. Wait, if the story's true, can't we just solve the problem by pulling the 2 pillars that floated up back down? What an amazing idea. If only you were to if only you were the first to think of it. In fact, lesser shadow pins have floated in the past, and according to the stories, that's exactly how it is handled. Things are trickier this time, though. Perhaps we can lend a hand if the abyss is involved. That's right. We've solved a bunch of similar problems before. We're experts now. Not that I'm doubting your abilities. That much I can tell just from how you move, Murder of Birds. I mean to say, are you really willing to help? Since it's the abyss we're talking about, even I can't say for sure how dangerous things could get. Oh my gosh, Aether's trolling right now with that other response. Yeah, no, it's not right. We've done a bunch of things that aren't dangerous too. Wait, Paimon's not sure what she's trying to say. Anyways, the point is that will help, and Bibu will assist. See, Bibu agrees as well. Like a flame that appears in the darkness, so too will heroes rise up in times of great peril. Human possibilities shine through in glory at moments such as this. You know what? This would make for a great story too. Indeed, Murder of Birds. You've got some traits that even those storied heroes don't have. I'm looking forward to this, I must say. Let's go then, dear heroes. Let's go and check out on the floating shadow pins beneath the crystal rock. Let us get involved with Peak. Help T2 resolve the shadow pin issue and reinforce the seal placed upon the abyss. So this is a big so this is called the sulfurous vein. Yeah, look at that. There's like abyssal influence over here. Will this hurt me if I go near it? Pause champ. Oh no. All right, we're chilling. Might as well take a little abyssal picture, send it to my sibling, be like, hey, I'm just like you for real. Oh, that's interesting though. So this is almost kind of acting like a celestial nail. It's like keeping the abyss at bay. This is giving chasm energy, by the way. Like this area is just gonna like rip open. This is the first of the lesser shadow pins. The condensed solid phlogiston lies scattered, and the iridescent inscription on it has lost its constraining powers. Just as before, the abyss's influence has squeezed it out of the stone pillar. Oh, so we gotta power these things up again. By iridescent inscription, you mean the shiny golden stuff we saw just now? Ancient legends tell that before the idea of Natlan was even born, when this land was ruled by the ancient dragons, the language by which they wielded phlogiston were these iridescent inscriptions. That inscription kind of reminds me of that one island that we ventured off to, like on the bottom corner of the map. Like it was like carved into like that rock structure. These days, none understand the meaning behind these lights. Only the golden engravings scattered across Natlan remain to mark the trail of those ancient dragons. Wait, so you know how to work it, but not how it works. We cannot decipher the meaning of the inscriptions, but the way we use phlogiston is the same. So do we understand it on that level? Let me try to explain. So Liyue has some mysterious adeptal mechanisms, yes. And while humans don't know the principles underlying their functions, they can still make use of them. That's more or less what I'm thinking about, despite the imperfect analogy. Now that makes sense. It's like we know how to use it to our understanding, but we don't know the full scope of it. Think of the inscriptions as an eggshell that has been shattered by the expanding abyss. We'll need to find the broken shards and fix the shell. Only then can the abyss within be sealed away. That's a better analogy than the last. Agreed. Let us begin. Touch the inscription beneath the pin. We've got to collect as much of the inscription's powers, scattered as it is around the stone pillars, as we can. We got to play some collectathoning. Oh, do I need the Saurian then? Do I need this Tepetlosaur thing? Let me just grab it just in case I do. Repair. Ooh. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I gotta break these. I see. All right, not too bad. I guess Kachina could have worked too. This could have worked for her. Oh, grab that and that. There we go. We're gaming. The power of the abyss has grown. Be careful. We got this, gamers. This is like on rails right now, actually, which is kind of interesting. All right, not bad. Oh. Oh. Gotta avoid that. This one. Oh. Damn, we got a new secret room over here. Nice. Oh, shoot. Oh, shit. They're getting through. Okay, thank God I switched my team.
Locked up.
Bop. Take that, Abyss. We will destroy you for all time. I can't wait until we get to the point in the game where the Abyss are actually the good guys. And for some strange reason, Teyvat is actually like, Teyvat needs the Abyss. Like, we're fighting the Abyss so much. I can't wait. Like, the game's definitely going to pull some, like, actually, the Abyss was trying to help. I can't believe that worked. That was truly a scene out of a story and song. The cacophony fell silent and the pin returned to its original state. Then its giant form crashed to the ground. To think that someone could really accomplish this. This isn't a dream, is it? You're all real, aren't you? Not figments of my imagination. Wake up. Wake up. You've got to fix this yourself. Hey, there's no need to be so mean. Anyways, didn't Paimon tell you MurderofBirds is super strong? You think so, don't you, Bibu? You weren't affected by the Abyss, were you? I'm all right for now. Even our strongest warriors must remain vigilant and then some in the face of the Abyss. You're no ordinary person. I'm an alien. Who knows? The story I spin from this material might even surpass those of Sunhaj. Oh, Sunhaj? Like Sunhaj Kampore? Hold on. That's one of the names. Sunhaj Kampore from the talking stick lore from ancient Natlan. Well, that sure sounds impressive, but who's Sunhaj? Those who tell the story of our tribe. Sunhaj of the Master of the... Oh, we didn't know that. Okay. Master of the Nightwind. Confirmed. Yeah, Sanjata was from the Children of Echoes. I thought he was going to talk about his tribes. Alas, time is short. I'll tell you more about Sunhaj when we've oh, good. I want to know more about him. We have no idea. Like, we only know about him and his Saurian companion, which now I'm kind of wondering if each of the world bosses, like if we get a world boss of each of the Saurians from each tribe, I wonder if all of them are basically the Saurians of those old human companions from old Natlan, like Ngubu and Kongomato. I think that'd be so sick. I hope so. We'll see. 5.1 comes out tomorrow, so all right. Oh shoot, yo, my son, bro's an actual treasure hunter.
Do I get a share?
Let's
You
go.
actually want this trash?
Oh, this was the area that was featured in the trailer, actually. The 5.0, this underground spot. I don't know what the hell these bone structures are all about. This is crazy. I wonder if these are the bones of one of like the ancient dragons of Natlan. Oh, another one. Oh no, chat. All right, chat, we have a problem. I made a solemn pledge at the end of the Narcissenkreuz Ordo questline that I would never again kill another animal rogue Hillychurl after Caterpillar died. I might have to end stream here, chat. I can't. I literally made an oath. I can't be doing this. Can I do this without killing it? I don't have to fight. Oh, fuck, it's right in front of it. Oh, man. Why? Hoyoverse, they must have been watching my stream, chat. They must have been watching me. And they were like, you know what? Let's implement an Animo Hillychurl rogue of all creatures to this. What? Why is it an Animo Hillychurl rogue of all creatures? It had to be that one. They knew. They're sabotaging me. Maybe I can activate it without the Hillychurl rogue seeing me? Copium? Can I... Bro, what the hell? I've just become one with the Abyss just now, chat. Look at me. I'm over here freaking, I'm merging with the Abyss. I'm literally like my sibling. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I can do this. I wish I could just knock him off.
Adventure time. Ugh. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oh! Okay. Hold on, pause champ. Pause champ, chat. Hold on. If I knock him down, and now I just have to de-aggro. Wait. Oh, I did it! Let's fucking go! Oh, I have
It's gonna hurt in the morning.
Bennett almost died. Hey, you know what? You know what? The things we do to keep our promises, chat. Aether's probably gonna get bodied now. I literally did this so I don't have to fight this ant. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost a comrade, and I really hope this does. So where am I gonna spawn? Am I gonna spawn at 8? Damn, Bennett almost died. Aether's dead. But guess what? I kept my fucking promise. First off, 07s to Aether. Bro is actually dead in my party right now. That's crazy. Second of all, Bennett's on his last leg. This freaking Animo Hilitra almost caught 2 bodies. Bro was offended. Good lord. I will take that. Whoa! Oh! What the hell just happened to me? This is like a Saurian conquest right now. Oh my god, look at this place. Oh, I like that. That's cool. The Spirit Way. Yeah, this area looks amazing. I really love the how old and ancient everything looks. It has the same type of ancient civilization structures as like Enkanomiya. Also, fingers crossed that we get one of those rings in this chest.
Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave
Oh,
it.
we got it! Oh my god, we actually got it! Holy shit! And it was the Children of Echoes one! Let's go! We got our 3rd yellow obsidian fragment. An obsidian fragment with engraved pattern styled like that of the those of the Children of Echoes, which you obtained by chance while exploring. It appears that you could form a full ring using 3 of them, though what that will achieve, you can't tell. You know, I'll tell you what it'll achieve. It'll achieve peak. Yellow obsidian ring. An obsidian ring with engraved pattern style. Okay, so it says the same thing. It is an ancient medium by which the tribe establishes connections with the deep night. Perhaps its strength can allow you to cross the boundaries between this place and a certain other location. All right, the second I finish this next part, we're gonna backtrack to that room, and I'm gonna see what rewards that other room is gonna give me. Hell yeah, dude. We won the freaking RNG. Now I just need one more for the, I think the Scion of the Canopy is the last one that I need, and then I'll have all of them. All right, round 2, Electric Boogaloo. All right, got this. Oh, these are kind of scattered.
Am I really
3, 4. I actually don't mind this at all. This is actually kind of interactive. At least we're using. Whoa! What the hell? The floor is crumbling. I had no idea that was even possible. Oh god damn. Oh, okay, never mind. I destroyed that one. What the heck? How is this possible? Oh, I gotta go on the walls. Ooh. All right, Chad, it's all over from here. My goose is cooked. The floor is actually crumbling. The floor is turning into lava. Wait, actually? Wait, I was just joking. Hold on. Oh my god. Bro, are you kidding me? What happens if I fall in the lava? This is actually kind of cool. I'm gaming right now, though. They can't stop me. Or maybe they can. This is actually really cool. If I fall in the lava, my Saurian will die, so I'm like stressed out right now. I can't let this happen. Good lord. Alright, you know what? We're gamers. We're too goated. We can't let this happen. Damn, I came close to dying, though. Thank God. Okay. Nice. That was really cool. I liked how intense that got. We did it. The 2 shadow pins have been plunged back into the earth, and Bibu's out here popping off. Look at him. Nice work. Another round of applause couldn't hurt. I'd clap my hands until they fell off if I could, but then I couldn't write another story, so forgive me for not doing so. I assure you that in my heart, naught but bones remained attached to my wrist. He's like, hey, don't worry. In my heart, I lost my hands long ago to the clapping. Yeah, that's getting pretty creepy. Really? And here I thought that kids these days like their stories with a little dash of darkness. Watching the shadow pin burrow back into the ground really does take a load off my soul. Long-standing tradition dictates that we only need to check the 3rd lesser shadow pin and the greater shadow pin, and we can call this a job well done. Abyss successfully busted, not to return for a good long time. The rest of this trip should be quite safe, so feel free to come along and chat with me. I'd like to know the heroes I'm inscribing into our tribe's stories better. Oh, that'd be so sick if we get our story, like the story of the traveler in Natlan. That'd be sick. In that case, you gotta say something like the mighty Paimon who was as tall as a mountain. Yeah, okay, that's cap. Hey, what do you mean by that, little guy? You want to be as tall as 3 mountains? Yes, I would. Ah, Bibu, you truly are a saurian of prodigious appetites. He's like, yeah, that's right, and don't you forget it. Sure. In that case, my brave warriors. Paimon as tall as a mountain, murder of birds with the stature of 2, and Bibu who has the bulk of 3. Would you kindly come with me, T2, the poor little human-sized dwarf, to check on the last little shadow pin? That's so funny. Oh, this is a really nice shot. Wonderful. It's solid, almost as if it is grown from the very soil, more robust even as the roots of the great mother tree that grew beneath the scions of the canopy's mountain cliffs. Now I can head back and take up my shift in peace. Of the 3 lesser pins, the most reliable you remained. If I were to pen the tale of the pins transforming into lovely tribeswomen, you shall be loveliest among them. Wow, so you were the one most interested in stone pillars all along, huh? Shocking. Hey now, that's ignorant speaking. Here in Natlan, we believe that pure spirit and intelligence dwell within all things. For us, things taking on human form is the most traditional theme. That's giving oceanids turning into human energy. For example, the tale of a beech tree shadow that transformed into a young woman and the young flower feather clan tribesman who fell from the sky, or the story of a man who was human by day but would morph into a saurian under the moonlight at night. What the heck? We got some were saurians. That's actually kind of cool. Many are the ways such tales are told, but they're all variations of the same theme I spoke of. Is that really true? Well, that is what a lot of stories say. That much I'll swear to as one who tells tales. Wait, what about the Shadowpin story then? There's no real shadow of the Volcano Lord, is there? And if the shadow is the Abyss, then what is the pin really? Oh, you're a lot sharper than I thought, little Paimon. Let's see, where should I start with such a story? Long ago, the mountain range where the children of the Echoes made their home was not as it is today. It was more normal, more complete, more lovely. Then everything everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. I thought it was gonna say the Abyss, but no, they were like, no, it's Conria. Guys, I said it in my theory video. Natlan is literally Avatar: The Last Airbender. I called that shit months ago. Everything changed when the cataclysm catastrophe struck. Yeah, the Fire Nation, eh? The Conria catastrophe. Indeed, Natlan's ley lines were always special and somewhat delicate, and so this calamity brought utter devastation. They say that the Night Kingdom was severely damaged in that disaster, and the totem pole's lights grew dim. The Wyop could not hear the tribe's cries. And up on land, the dark tide of disaster blazed towards the mountain range, brought on by 2 Conrian soldiers. Hold on. And up on land, a dark tide of disaster blazed towards the mountain range, brought on by 2 Conrian soldiers. It was they who were the source of the troubles? Conrian soldiers? Also, you spelled soldiers wrong. That's right. At the time, the tribe leaders had gone forth to a lone island to the west to resist the great beasts. Oh, I guess that's the Mayor Javari fight, right? That's where they, Tinnock and his tribe leaders. So the Mayor Javari is to the west, then. Elder Traor had no choice but to contend with the Abyss, and those two abject Conrians. Finally, the tribe's warriors and Saurians exhausted their spirits, flesh, and blood, found a way to use the iridescent inscription, fashioning giant stone nailing out of solid phlogiston. The elder was first to leap into the dark pit, crying, "If the abyss shall ensnare death, let us flip the script. With death and sacrifice, we shall ensnare the abyss." The brave warriors followed him in, and after much sacrifice, the abyss was at last sealed beneath the earth. What the hell? So two Conrians came here, and that's what infected them. Like were they corrupted by the abyss then? Maybe. This is the true tale of the past. Even the children of echoes who excavate solid phlogiston and gems for the living know that the phlogiston around the stone nail must remain untouched. So that's the story. What happened 5 centuries ago, and yet you made it sound like it was something you saw yourself. That's a storyteller's duty. I work my story. I love my work, and amongst all tales I tell, I love the stories of these heroes the most. I'm not a nimble fellow, nor am I the best fighter. If anything, I'm the furthest thing from a hero. But when I tell their stories, I feel I'm right there, traveling, adventuring, and fighting alongside them. I feel them smiling upon me, egging me on, and as if standing on the shadows of the bonfire, listening to me as they would a friend bragging of their exploits. And perhaps that is how I fight alongside them, by ensuring that their stories be passed down and remembered from generation to generation. Good shit. That's so base. That's so cool. Wait a second. So what does that elder story have to do with the Volcano Lord? And why do shadow pins have that name? Well, they're pinning the shadows. They're pinning the abyss, I assume. Still thinking about that, Paimon. It's simple. It's just a little play on words, most commonly done in most stories. It's called a shadow pin. Yeah, come on now. I even knew that. It's called a shadow pin because it pins shadows. Easy, right? That's not where Paimon thought this was going. What the fuck was that? It's the big shadow pin? That's where the tremors are coming from. Something's wrong. Come on, we need to go back there. Oh God. Is the abyss here? Why did this? We drove all 3 lesser pillars into the ground, but the abyss's influence is getting stronger. That's impossible. The Woven Scroll stories clearly state that things our experiences do not prepare us for do sometimes happen. It's more accurate to say that accidents happen so often that even Paimon stopped being surprised. Could it be that some changes have overtaken the abyss, surging within the ley lines, causing its resistance to grow stronger? Either way, it feels like something terrible's happening down there. Why don't we try getting a closer look? Damn, Biba was like, I bet I got you. Jesus. All right, round 2, guys. What the heck is happening? Enjo, you better not be messing around, okay? I already dealt with you once. Yeah, that was a loud crashing noise. Jesus. Oh, yep, here they are. Defeat the opponents. Bibu, stand back. Oh, look at him. Bibu's fighting off the abyss. What a real one.
Got him cornered.
I'm so proud. They grow up so fast, chat. No, murder birds. Get out of the way. The shadow pin up there. It's about to come crashing down. Oh, God. I was still on the platform. No. 07s to the traveler. Murder birds, Paimon, Bibu, are you all unhurt? Just my ego, sir. Just my ego. That was a lucky break amidst our misfortune. This cloud of smoke is huge, every bit as large as the plumes of volcanic ash hurled by the volcano lord in the stories. Still, Paimon didn't think that the big... Oh, wow, it created a hole. Paimon didn't think that the big shadow pin would come crashing down and bore such a big hole in the ground. As to that, to be honest, I don't know what comes next. We can always inspect the hole first. For all we know, maybe it wasn't too big of a deal, right? Yeah, okay, sir. Keep coping. Yeah, we got like those freaking souls of the past. Perhaps this place has been guarded for centuries, has been empty all along. Or maybe we'll find that the story of the shadow pins is but a 500 centuries old prank that some old bored ancestors of ours came up with. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but I can't help but be nervous. Either way, I have no clue what we'll find down there, but still, I will go. All right. T2, you're a real one. You didn't have to do that, but we appreciate it. Don't worry, we'll come with you. It doesn't look too serious. It's just a really big hole, right? Just the normal kind of big, really. All right, Bibu, let's get this bread, homie. I love this picture of us. That's where the greater shadow pin fell. To prevent anything that might crawl up from the surface, perhaps? Anyways, things look all right over here for now. I'll report back to the tribe later. What is that? What is roaring, dude? Calamity, pain, Safe. Wait, who's talking? Calamity Pain Save. What was that? I heard a voice. Oh my God, is there like a spirit down there? Maybe those Conrians are down there still, maybe. They're fighting the good fight. What's wrong? You all look so... Wait, what's wrong? You all don't look so good, especially you, T2. It's as I feared. The iridescent inscription on the pin must have sent something down there, causing it to fall. That legend is real. The spirits of the fallen Conrian soldiers are about to emerge. T2, are you okay? Not really. I'm afraid. That voice, so cold, so coarse. Just listening to a few syllables was just running my brain across sandpaper. If it's that bad, why don't you stay here and keep watch? No, you can't. That place is dangerous down there. There's no reason that you should be put in more peril, and I'll not be the one to do it. We've exchanged names, but not blows. That makes us friends. That's literally what he said to us when we met. So calm in the face of danger. Are you used to it? Or is it just the natural result of possessing overwhelming strength? Well, let us get down together then. Though I do not have the power to resist the abyss, as I am one who tells tales, I might be of some help regarding that below Natlan's surface. I really hope nothing happens to this guy. He's actually like incredibly brave going through all of this despite being like an average Joe storyteller human person. Besides, to witness things to their completion is a storyteller's duty. And I know that he's a storyteller and I'm the witness, but if something happens to him, we gotta witness him and his stories. It would just be really sad. Fine, let's take 5 first. Once we're ready, we'll head down into the cavernous cavity. Oh my God. Things are getting crazy, gamers. Okay, no more corny jokes. It's raining shadow pins. Iron Tongue Tian could never. True. Iron Tongue Tian wishes that he was T2. T2's a real one. He's a real storyteller. All right, gamers. So are those Conrian warriors still like abyssal, like corrupted? Because this reminds me of the Schwanenritter in Sumeru, like that one Schwanenritter knight that was still alive inside of the locked door of like one of the ruin golems. So I'm wondering if there are Conrians still alive. I wonder if they're like corrupted by the abyss at this point. Oh my God. Such agony, leave. Oh! Oh my God, the place is closing in on me. Just as I thought. It's responding. It's supposed to be... Hold on. What is happening here? Holy shit, we're earthbenders, chat. Oh, there's a stone tablet. Hold on. I think that's the open area space that we saw in that one trailer. Why is there a stone tablet here? It might have been left by tribesfolk of the past. Yeah, the ones that jumped down. That happens quite often around here. Long ago, there was a boundary marker telling you that you've crossed the line. You can sometimes find stones and patterns carved in white on them throughout our lands that serve as the same purpose. They've just all been abandoned. So that's what happened. Boundaries and borders are no laughing matter here. Between the living and the dead, within and without, above and below, only those who have crossed those lines can grasp the dangers they face. It is said that there was once a stone tablet in an ancient ruin that reads thus: if any tread past this stone with ill intent, mine hand shall drake claws become, and grip their neck shall I. Excuse me? That sounds like someone is part human, part dragon. What if that stone tablet was some kind of warning or curse on it then? I can tell at a glance. Tranor left this here to think that that's the elder who fought against the abyss. Holy shit, this is goated. You're quite the vivid listener. I read and I pay attention. Storytellers love people. You're quite the avid listener. Storytellers love people like you know? Yeah. Hoyoverse is like, hey, the people who write these story quests and lore quests, we love you guys who read and pay attention. After all, the capacity to remember such tales is a basic quality that all storytellers must have. Let me see. Yo! Hold on. Big lore incoming. Okay, chat. Let's get it. Boundary marker inscription. I am the elder of the children of echoes, Traor, and I leave this inscription here. I am the storyteller of the children of echoes, Traor, and I leave this inscription here. I am the shield and spear of the children of echoes, Traor, and I leave this inscription here to impart to those who will come after, and to seek instructions from the ancestors in Wyob, and to smooth out our present wrinkles. I shall leave 3 blessings. The first is to my friends from afar. Let us have one more drink, Zivanya and Irizar. You who guided the black flood here to a place of this, to the place of the seal. Oh, so did they leave the abyss to then be sealed under? They didn't bring it to destroy the people. They brought it to a location to subdue it. You do not wish me to name your deeds heroism, for you see it as only doing your duty. Ah. So some Conrians actually made it out of the, some Conrians made it out of Conria after it fell to the abyss. And after the Archons were there. You would prefer to be known as cowards, rogues, or a thorn in my side, that you would ever increase our vigilance like an aphid that bites a saurian. As a storyteller, thus did I promise you. Yet I must speak the truth here. Forever and always shall you be heroes who fought alongside our tribe, the brother kin of the children of echoes. Wow, that's so cool. The second is for the valiant ones who were sacrificed. Let us have one more drink, my warriors, for we are illuminated by the incandescent god and guided by our chief Sanjata, and shall not tarnish their great names. Okay, so Sanjata went on the on that pilgrimage fight with Tenoch. So they mentioned Chief Sanjata. So I guess Sanjata appointed this guy as the new chief when he left. Wow, what giga chads. We pray to the spirit of, hold on. We pray to the spirit of Waxaklahun Ubakan. Hold on, that's a mouthful. Waxaklahun Ubakan. Who the hell is that? We pray to the spirit of Waxaklahun Ubakan, the madman. Oh, that's the sage of the stolen flame? The madman who stole fire from the throat of a great dragon. Yo, we got the name drop. Okay, that's such a mouthful. I hope I remember that. Waxaklahun Ubakan. I assume that's the sage of the stolen flame, or maybe he just stole the original flame and then gave it to someone who then became the sage of the stolen flame. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, okay, let me read this again then. We pray to the spirit of Waxaklahun Ubakan, the madman who stole fire from the throat of the great dragon. So this person stole the fire from the pyro dragon sovereign, I assume, right? This is almost giving Prometheus, like bro stole the fire from the dragon, gave it to humans, right? Including Shibalanke. And then that's how like the phlogiston came to be known and like adopted by humanity in the present. To him, we willingly offered up our deaths and lives, and he that he might block the arcane magics of the abyss with radiant glyphs. Ah, so he harnessed the different forms of phlogiston. There's gas, there's liquid, and there's solid. As an elder, I bless the warriors. May we one day be free. May every death have meaning, for all life has a place to return. The third is for those who come after and read this inscription. Let us have one more drink to those who come after, for our hope, for our future. If you are reading this, know that the inscription is dire, but that it is no time for fear. As the shield and sword of the tribe, I bless you. Know well that fortresses forged from the sacrifices of flesh and blood cannot stand forever, and the only true immortality is the indomitable spirit. May you be able to win final victory. Holy shit. That is such a goated passage. 3 cheers for the heroes that died for Natlan. I think of Monty as well when I read that. That last passage is very much like I immediately thought of Monty Ohm, who mentioned like he very much resonated like the indomitable spirit. Thank you for your sacrifice. We're still fighting the good fight today. It says friends from afar, Zivanya and Irizar. Wait, so those Conrians fought alongside the tribes then? Well, the names of those two have always featured in stories as the embodiment of evil. Wow. They even appeared in my nightmares. Wow, that's crazy. So like they're known as like villains, I guess, because their actions were misinterpreted. They were seen to be leading the abyss to destroy the nation, but in truth they were trying to lead the abyss to trap them. And so they didn't care. They knew what they were doing, but like that's so crazy. We need some revisionist history. If you don't stop crying, the ghost of the Conrian soldiers will that's fucked up. If you don't stop crying, the ghost of the Conrian soldiers will follow the sound and track down your shadow. So they said. but it was all a lie? Such injustice. For those who gave all to our tribe shall bear such slander. Yeah, that's so sad. Yeah, that is crazy. That is unfortunate though. Like, that's just how things are sometimes. They did not care for their good. Yeah, exactly. Like, they didn't care about being remembered heroically. They knew what they were doing was heroic. Like, they knew what they were doing was what needed to be done. That makes them even more goated, knowing that they're going to be known as evil and known as like villains despite what they did for everybody. They only wish to see their will fulfilled. So that's how it is. Paimon gets it. Most heroes don't get good. Most heroes don't do great deeds to become heroes. Exactly. They become heroes because they do those deeds. That's why they don't care about what other people think of them. And that's what makes them truly goated. Oh, I think this is the area with like that giant, like the abyssal corrupted one, right? Yeah. That's from the Little Buddies trailer that we saw a while back. Wow. So this must have been where they finally sealed the abyss. Look, Murder of Birds, there's so many golden patterns in the middle there. I did mention that in my reaction to that trailer. I was like, oh, this kind of looks like abyssal corrupted. So I wonder if it was kind of like an abyssal cleansing quest of some sort, kind of like the other nations. You can also see traces of the abyss leakage here. Looks like that's the thing attaching the iridescent inscription. We need to get over there and have a look. This is such a sick location. Can I come back to this thing and okay, nice. Absolute giga chads. Dude, every nation, I love how every nation does such a good job at illustrating like people fighting the good fight in the past, like absolute heroes for real. Look at this. Stone chamber of shifting crystal pillars. Look at this. Oh my God, what a beautiful location. I'm gonna take that initial picture, but my goodness, this place looks phenomenal. Oh, and it's very much alive and well and active. Oh my God, this is so sick. Wow. All right, I'm assuming I just got to take the straightaway path, and then they'll carve a path for me. Get it, chat? Oh! No shot, they're still here. No fucking way these Giga Chads are still here. Oh my goodness. It is an honor. Is that the shield one? Outside of the freaking spiral abyss? Oh, these guys are goated for all time. This is the first time I think we're seeing the Geo Abyss Soldier outside of the abyss. Oh my God, those guys do not fuck around either. They're the ones that would double wield the axes too. Oh my God, this is so sick. I cannot wait till we go to Conria. Conria is gonna be the most amazing thing ever. The heroes and the soldiers of all soldiers popped off there. Look at this. I don't want to get too close. Hold on. Aether, you are basking in the presence of greatness right now. Holy shit. Oh, and that's like a captain too. This is like the half Dan, like the animal swan knight. Oh my God, this is even cooler. These guys are like a step above the freaking regular black serpent knights in the chasm. Oh my God. Their names. Leave, seal this place as promised. That voice seems to come from the very depths of the unmoving statue. The rejection in those words are like two resolute hands that aim to push you from this place. Bro's like, get out of here. You do not belong. Like, bro's still trying to protect us. Conria did nothing wrong. They did that. The only thing Conria did was their best. I don't know what the hell happened. Bro, literally, the Aegis shield. Look at this guy. No abyssal influence gets through this shield. I'll tell you that right now. Look at him. Oh my God. What a badass dude. Holy shit. Leave, go. I do not want him to see me like this. The voice seems to come from the depths of the unmoving statue. There is a hint of respect towards someone remaining within. Oh my, look at this guy. Conria is peak. Whenever someone badmouths Conria, I'm gonna be like, they died for us. This is what they did for us. What a freaking unit. Bro is like, I'm your sword. Bro's like, I'm your sword. Bro's like, I'm your shield. The sword and shield of Conria right here. Look at them. Sinners, you have a lot of explaining to do because I'm feeling like these guys got screwed over fighting the abyss that was never meant to come about anyway. I need answers. Dainsleif, you might be onto something, Chief. You might have a reason to be upset. 07s for the heroes. Ah, this shot, man. I told you, it's dangerous. Get out of here. Calamity, the seal, torn apart. That voice is more complete now, but somehow it's not as frightening as before. My head still hurts a little though. How are you feeling, Murder of Birds? It's no big deal. Anyways, how are you feeling, Bibu? He's like, how am I supposed to feel? Yeah, it looks like you're fine too. So it's okay, so the Descender, the Celestial Fairy, and the Tapetlosaur are unaffected, which is good. T2 is still hearing, like, T2 seems like he's feeling a little bit. Look at this fucking shot, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so sick. Now that we're here, it's clear that the voices we heard are coming from the stone pillar must have been those of the Conrian soldiers who've been sealed here too. Thank you for your sacrifice. That means they were sealed in here for many years alongside the Abyss, but what's gone wrong here? I think the problem here is similar to the one we encountered with the lesser shadow pins above. The surging Abyss has caused the iridescent inscription's power to shatter and be squeezed out of that giant ceiling pillar. That means we'll need to find the large inscription fragment and find a way to put the eggshells back together again, right? Indeed. That way, the seal can be fully restored and the Abyss will stay sealed in this place. Then, everything will likely go back to normal. Bibu! Bibu's like, I got a bad feeling about this. But as for the lesser shadow pins, the solid phlogiston surface will have an intense adversarial reaction to the Abyss, which is why the ground undulates so. We must be careful. Okay, so is the floor is lava's back? Can you sense the inscription's power hidden inside of that thing, Bibu? You sure do have a sharp you sure do have a pretty sharp nose. Wait, you were using your nose, right? I love all of these pictures. Wait, was that stone even there before? Did it just appear as you approached the large inscription? Bibu's like, I know everything. I feel like Bibu just knows everything that's going on, but because he's not able to talk, he's just there like, bro, when are they gonna finally realize it? Well, whatever. Let's take a look at the rock first, shall we? Holy moly. I am standing in the presence of greatness right now. Oh shit. All right, we don't got no Conrians to save us. We're doing the saving now. Back, you fiends! I will send you back from whence you came.
Before your king. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Yeah, get wrecked. Ooh. Break the. Oh, nice. Okay, let's get it. Hell yeah. Bibu's got real instincts. Oh, okay. So we got to go to all of them now. I see. Dude, what is this freaking Natlin Funhouse over here? Look at this place. Uh-oh. All right, you know what? Thank God for Kanich, am I right? This is literally Sen's Fortress. Sen's Funhouse. All right, that's 2 down.
Are you running away?
All right, number 3. Pop. Easy. Hey, it's shrinking and floating to the middle. That ought to do it, right? I hope so. Oh, come on.
Water jet! Bombs away!
Nice and spicy.
Get them all. Nice. Dude, they're sending the whole freaking army against me. The one who comes after the inscription. What the heck?
Everybody stand.
All right, let's get him.
Oh, you're done, Kanich. You're so done.
Don't worry, Kanich, I won't let you die. Bop. Correct. Okay. Oh my God, Bibu, what the heck? We're surrounded. Bibu, get us out of here! Oh my God. I feel like I'm gonna get crushed like a pancake or something, or flattened like a pancake. Yeah, they're like, all right, now Kanich can't help you. This is so sick, though. Environmentally, this is like a really cool sequence of like using the environment, traveling through the environment. Bibu is literally saving us, bro. Look at him. He knows exactly where to go. He knows exactly what to do. Jeez, that's my son right there. Holy shit. my God, don't go into the light, Aether. God, that was so hype. Oh. All right, just touch it once more and let the power of the phlogiston flow fully into the fully through the inscription. That way, the eggshell should seal up completely, preventing the abyss from escaping. Yeah, that should solve our problem. One would hope. I don't know if that's a good idea, T2. Let me try. Quick, seal us inside too, just as we agreed. I feel like this is like a moment of the past. They're talking to the tribes folk. Then leave, get out of here. Why aren't you leaving? The calamity. Listen, there are more voices, more than those two soldiers, for sure. Oh my God, here we go. Behind the glowing inscription, from a place further still than the anguishing howl, you hear wrathful roars and the pained whimpers of saurians. You hear the sound of intricate flesh and blood merging, the sick, giant, sticky, approaching footfalls of some giant thing beyond description. What the fuck? But you also hear something like thousands of hands, thousands constantly resisting, pushing outward. You hear the endless battles in a narrow darkness. It is torment unto eternity. They cannot find peace. They still fight on. Those heroes are still locked in battle to this day, preventing the abyss from... There is no fucking way they're still fighting. The stories I tell have purpose. We must always remember those brave warriors and their sacrifices. And yet, such suffering. Though the heroes were wounded, they shook it off and stood up. Bro, your stories are a lie! Yeah, the stories are fucking lying! The battle never ended. But real wounds cannot be so easily shaken, nor true torment so easily conquered. They have suffered so long in that tiny, lightless world. Isn't there anything we can do for them? I want to as well, but the abyss. Perhaps the only thing we can do is inherit their will and reseal the inscription. Nor has this been the first time the shadow pins have fallen in our tribe's tales anyways. Someone must have been here before, and someone must have read Traor's tablets. Those who came before to restore the inscription must have seen what we saw. So this is very much like the abyssal crisis in every nation. There's always going to be someone else that comes after, or there's always going to be someone that has to pick up where the last person left off, right? It's usually every 500 years, but like, I don't know who that would have been then, right? Like Lumine seemingly diverted her journey after Sumeru, but she like helped out with the Varuna contraption, and yet our stories did not change, for the warnings they gave were real. And were the dangers, as were the dangers. All we can do is restore the inscription and leave, to remember always and never forget all that we have witnessed. They're supposed to be heroes, but they were left here to suffer forever. You're right, Paimon. This is no end for heroes. I know that. I wish we could give them peace too, but I do not have that power. I am just a storyteller. What if Aether siphons the abyss out of it? Bro doesn't have pyro, so like that's essentially been his new power-up throughout the region so far. Let's rewrite this story's ending. Really? You'd do that? Of course he could. Cross Paimon's heart and hope to die in the end game. I really hope that's not foreshadowing. The abyss is dangerous beyond compare. I'm not questioning your strength, but don't push yourself too hard. Don't worry, we've got experience with stuff like this, and we have the inscription in a pinch too. You're even more impressive than I could have imagined. To be willing to give your all to resolve others' pain, truly, you are great heroes. And I am a storyteller, so I will record the tale of heroes. Well then, Murder of Birds, oh hero from another land, please show me how you shall valiantly triumph over the abyss. Shall we unseal the iridescent inscription now, or do you want some time? Okay, you know what? Let's get it. I'm good right now. Oh my God, wish me luck, gamers. Grant the warriors peace. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, dude, you guys were so goated, man. Warrior who cleaved the dark tide. Oh my God, you guys are so peak.
Water jet!
I will give you the peace you so rightfully deserve. You guys fought the good fight. Oh! I will never submit to the dark and cursed abyss. You shall not pass. Oh my God. Literally, he's protecting his friend. Guys, this is so fucking cool. Look at him. He's literally me for real. Oh my God. They probably envision us as the abyss right now. I am so sorry you guys had to suffer like this. Yo, he pulled out the freaking axe. Oh my goodness. I don't fight these things very often.
Wipe out!
The music. Oh my God. And look at that, his goal, his entire duty. He's like, I am supposed to protect my friend. He's literally shielding. Bibu, get him. We gotta save him.
Claim these souls.
I am so honored. I am so honored. My duty is done. Those centuries of torment have passed in an instant. Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Everybody stand.
Good Lord. This is such an honor. I love this. I love it, but I hate it, but I also love it because it's like, this is what we're all fighting for at the end of the day. Is he imbued right now as well? Holy moly. Ooh. See, now that he has... Dude, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Ornstein and Smoke from Dark Souls a little bit. Now that bro doesn't have anyone to defend, he's going on the offense. He doesn't need his shield anymore. God, I love that shit so much. Oh my God. Notice that too? He doesn't have it. He's not shielding anymore. He's all offense. Oh my God, I gotta be careful. Oh, sevens. Did you see? Your orders have been carried out. You won't be disappointed. Absolute Giga Chads of Conria. Both of them. I wish I was as goated as they were. Are you kidding me? We did it. Whoa! Wait, what the hell is that? Oh! What? Where? Am I in the Night Kingdom? What is this? Well, this is weird. There was all that scattered light earlier, and then we suddenly found ourselves here? Wait, what the hell is a cat doing here? Hello? Beast with fur like that of night. Chat, why is there an abyssal cat in this place? What is happening? Is this Elio? What is happening right now? I thought I was playing Genshin. This is crazy. What? Where are we? You have brought so many slumberers, they who should have rested in peace. Perhaps they prayed to spirits they should not have beseeched. Who are you? But that was a moonless night where naught could be seen. The night has long forgotten them, yet hate and filth shall never rest, and they too shall never truly sleep again. Thank you, O you who are beloved. You have soothed their fury, which raged in the darkness. It was you who brought them to the night's reflection. The outland souls, too, may now return where they are headed. Why are we talking to a cat here? This is no Remoria. This is very different from Ozzy. Also, he looks like he's surrounded by like nightshades in the background there. So I want to know what's up with this cat. Beast like fur. Did someone's cat die in the cataclysm? Oh my God. Did someone's cat die in the cataclysm? You've cat to be kidding me, right? Meow. Go on, but beware the fearful instigators and the ends plotted by those bearing ill intent. What does that mean? Who? See, why don't they just say what they need to say? He's like, hey, go forth, but be careful. Some people are plotting, and that's a no-no. They have ulterior motives. Like, can you just tell me who it is so I can avoid them? Oh, and now, okay, now get out. Whoa, land of myriad what? Megaliths. Oh, yeah, I saw like a bunch of them around the area. Wow, that looked like the Night Kingdom, maybe? I mean, it looks like a very different part of the Night Kingdom than what we saw during the Archon quest. I don't know, man. That's confusing. All right. Bibu, T2, are you a bad person? Were they talking about my Saurian? We don't know who they are, so like, ill intent though. That implies like, I don't know, like, should I have trusted that cat? Like, you look nefarious. I have no idea. You're right. Bibu and I were worried, honestly. What did I say, little fella? They're fine, see? Don't worry. Bibu was worried about us. I love him so much. Not that we could explain where we were just now. It's a long story. We saw a glowing cat. I see. Yeah, he's like, yes, please do. Tell me more. It's probably from one of those stories, right? One of those spirits. In any case, thank you, Murder-of-Birds. I never expected that the abyss here could truly be purified. The iridescent inscription too is gone, almost as if it no longer needed to stay. The tormented voices have also fallen silent, and that golden light, how it flowed like water, spreading across the ground. I even felt as if there were people within that light waving to us. Did you see that too, little one? And there was that light that surrounded you, and then you were gone. We didn't see anything though. Thank you so much once again, Murder-of-Birds. Paimon, you too, Bibu. You truly are remarkable heroes. Thank you on behalf of those warriors who can finally know peace. Traor's final wishes have been fulfilled, and oh my god, wow, this place is different now. As for those two Conrian soldiers, no, Conrian heroes. Now that the abyss is no longer present, they need no longer serve as a warning to us. I must pen a story about them, about how they helped save the children of Echoes. I was thinking that, I was like, I really hope this guy takes this story and like updates it, you know, to kind of, you know, obviously the people of the past are ignorant, they don't know, but future generations to come from this point will know the true story. So I must pen a story about them, about how they helped save the children of Echoes. In truth, I did have a flash of revelation as to what our thoughts must have been. The abyss represented such terrible peril that, were it up to me, I too might have made up some horror stories to keep others from the tribe clear of this. Wow, that's so clever, man. All of these stories, some of them were told as like horror stories to like scare people. Some were told as like stories of inspiration, and now we're gonna tell the true story. It seems almost funny how I previously worried about having nothing to write. Now there's almost too much here. In our tale about a golden-haired outlander, a flying white fairy, a little Tepetlosaur, and how they saved our tribe. That sounds like a pretty awesome synopsis already. Yeah, that's right there. Boom, that's your back. That's the back cover synopsis of the book. Indeed, stories pass on and stories change. Perhaps one day, a long time hence, even you might become as big as a mountain, Paimon. Check another box for the Paimon future foreshadowing. Paimon's Globified confirmed. Paimon is going to awaken her true form in the end game confirmed. Bar, behold the mighty mountain Paimon. Aether, you joke. Aether, you play games. But I swear to God, something is gonna happen with Paimon. I'm remembering too, like the Thelxie event that we got last year, right? Thelxie's Fantastic Adventure. What did they cut? What was her role during that quest? Goddess Paimon. I'm on to you, Hoyoverse. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Look ye how she swallows a sweet madame the size of a sumpter beast in a single bite. I doubt there'd be too many of those, Paimon. And as these stories pass down, I imagine that those two soldiers too will eventually become heroes. They might not have cared themselves, but I know that this is what I must do. Once again, Murder-of-Birds, Paimon, you have my utmost thanks. You too, of course, sharp little Bibu. Aw. Bibu was just along for the ride. I mean, Bibu was like digging through and helping us find our way through stuff, so Bibu put in work too. I like that. As a storyteller, I swear to write for you the most exciting tale of adventure. Speaking of that, oh, I should probably head back to the sentry post and take up my shift. I'd almost forgotten about that amidst all the excitement. I sure hope Yukam doesn't tear me a new... I sure hope Yukam doesn't tear me a new one for being gone so long. Yeah, you should totally get back there pronto. What a quest! Holy smokes.
Is this an answer from this world?
This was a fantastic world quest. They put so much respect on Conria. Dude, every year my hype and excitement for this place I am like so, like, I feel like my expectations for this place are gonna be insurmountable. Or maybe they won't, because I say that every year. I'm like, oh man, how can Hoyoverse outdo themselves? And then they somehow outdo themselves. Yeah, that was a fantastic quest. I absolutely loved that. I think Hoyoverse is doing a great job building up more and more anticipation for Conria. I can't wait until we get Conrians who are voiced in the mainline Archon quest of the game, right? The likes of Dainsleif, Rhindaughter, Albedo, Kaya, the Sinners, right? Vetterfulnir, which I wonder if we're gonna learn more about the Sinners this year for the annual Dainsleif quest. I think that would be really cool. Or even like throughout the Archon quest, because we got Skirk last year. And Skirk revealed, right, she talked about like Certology and stuff like that. So I'm wondering like what we're gonna, it'd be cool if we get to meet a Sinner this year, right, by the end of the Archon quest, depending on like whatever lore drops they're gonna give us at the end. But I would love to be able to like meet one of the Sinners or get more interactions with one of them by the end of the Archon quest line at the end of 5.3. I really hope we don't have to wait until like the next Dainsleif quest, especially because Kari Bear is no longer around, you know, so we're losing Conrians just as much as some of them are being referenced and mentioned. So yeah, this was great. This was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed. Wow, look at this entire underground area. Nice. So this was part 1 of an upcoming quest line. The next quest that I think continues this expansion of this world, like of all of the overarching Natlan world quests, is going to be this world quest down here. I will be doing this tomorrow. So we will be streaming again. I'll be doing this tomorrow. I do want to go back and see if that guy is actually at his post now, because it's been a bit of time. So let's head back and let's see if bro is working. Oh, here he is. Yay. Nice. You're welcome, by the way, sir. I finally dragged his ass from... He's like, oh yeah, you saved the world. Good. Yeah, nice excuse, buddy. Your shift started like days ago. Ah, it's you, mighty Murder-of-Birds. How are things going? Have you gone on another adventure? Have you heard any more amazing stories? I'm all ears. I'll tell you what, I've got a brother at the Saurian Relics Association. Name's Manku. And man, if I told him what I saw at the shadow pins, he'd be so green with envy. Yeah, like Kahul Ahau. Green as Dendro, like Kinich. He'd be so green with envy, it might kill him. Gotta wait until I get back to my post to break it to him, though. Wait, isn't it that? Wait, where's the guy? It was the guy that was originally here before, right? Isn't that the guy he's talking about? About marked Saurian young. You mean Bibu? Well, all I know is that it's not a good sign. Yeah, the Flame Lord's blessing. I've heard that such marked Saurians are rejected by the Night Kingdom, and tribes and Saurians too. They die as they lived alone. Bibu, I swear to God, I'll never leave you. But that's just superstition. I mean, Bibu's got you, right? Damn, guys. You're gonna take me on this entire journey with Bibu and then be like, yeah, he's gonna die alone. Like, it's not if I have anything to say about it, okay? God, I don't think I can. Guys, I'm already not looking forward to how this Archon quest line is gonna end by the end of Fontaine. It never ends well. And like, even so, even if we save Bibu, even if we get rid of the Flame Lord's blessing, we have to leave him in Natlan because we can't take him to Snezhnaya. You know what I mean? Like, even if nothing bad happens to him, all of these characters and all of these world quests that we go on, like, we have to leave them behind. I just hope nothing happens to Bibu. Like, I hope Bibu doesn't like sacrifice himself or die or something like that. Even if he's left behind in Natlan to like live out his life as like a fully realized Tepet Lasor, I would prefer that. I prefer him like grazing the open plains and living his life and going wherever he wants. Or he might just chill in his little Saurian teapot for all we know. You know what I mean? He actually has a home. And, you know, maybe we can come and visit him every so often. But I just really hope, I hope there's not like a tragic story. I would be so heartbroken. He's got to live a good life, okay? He's already cursed. To the tales of those heroes, I'm giving it some thought. Not that I'd let it affect my sentry work, though. No, sir. I'm a real multitasker. Those two from Conria had a terrible reputation here in the tribe. All the more reason for my story to be as exciting as possible. So yeah, I've got to give it all the consideration it's due. I'm so happy about that. Conrians have already been dragged through the mud enough. At this point, we need them to be recognized as the Giga Chads that did their best to save Teyvat. About storytellers, we're an amazing bunch, we are. Take, for example, oh yeah, that's right, he never talked about Sinhaj. Hold on. From the Masters of the Nightwind, whom all storytellers revere. They say he had every scroll written up to his time committed to memory, and that he was willing to go from tribe to tribe to share those tales. That said, they also said that he often tricked people, mooching food and drinks off of them. Stories speak of bygone times, and they represent the wisdom of our forebears. Thus, the mere act of sharing it was seen as a selfless act. So all that loved and hated cunning... Oh, that's so nice. Thus, the mere act of sharing it was seen as a selfless act. So all that loved and hated cunning Sinhaj. Later, that tale-telling hero would himself become part of a heroic tale. A fate I doubt he had ever envisioned. But yeah, Sinhaj was an amazing storyteller. Still, the characters in his tales were all tribal warriors of some sort, but in mine will also include a golden-haired outlander, a silver-haired fairy, and a little Saurian with a red scar. So if only in terms of the variety of main characters, I'm the winner here. Damn, bro's like, I gotta one-up those stories. I gotta have 3 main characters in my story. Sinhaj Compore, yep, he was one of the members of Tenoch's band of warriors that fought the Abyss 500 years ago, along with his Saurian companion. And we didn't know that. We found out from this quest that he was actually a master of the Nightwind. That is so cool. So I think now we can kind of put a name to each of the tribes from back then, which is really, really dope. We know that Chief Sanjata was from the Children of the Echoes, so we know about that. There was obviously Burkina and Kongomato. There was Manalek and Ngubu, and I believe they were from the Flower Feather clan. Obviously, Burkina was from the Scion of the Canopy. I love that, man. I love how they fleshed out so much of the lore through, like, literally the talking stick and the unfinished reverie. Like, if you had read those two, like, you are so prepped and primed for Natlan by the time it came out, because they reinforced all of that stuff. Yeah, it meant Tupac from the People of the Springs. And then you had Tenok, who wasn't from any tribe. He was exiled. So he was serving as, like, their overarching leader, kind of like the Archon back in the day. What a phenomenal quest. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. What I'm curious about is, like, I really wonder how Natlan fared after Mabwika died 500 years ago to be reborn in this present age. So, like, she could have fought alongside the Abyss back then, but because her plan involved her being in the future, she had to pretty much call it quits early. So, like, her people, her nation, everyone had to fight the Abyss and resolve the issue and build up society without her. So I'm wondering like how that may have affected her in terms of how that may have affected her in terms of like not knowing for certain who lived and who died. You know what I mean? Even the story that she talked about her sister, she was like, she couldn't be certain that any of those things came to pass. She could only believe that they did. But yeah, this was a fantastic. Does he say anything else? Let me see if he has any. I know he had one more passage there. See you, guard your post well. all right, see you. Yeah, this guy was cool too. I really liked him. And so this is his brother. Yeah, this is the guy. Yeah. We brought your brother back to his post. He was trying to get off because he was trying to save the world and tell some stories. He can multitask. You can save the world and take your shift. 5.1 comes out tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night. So I'm gonna make sure I go live a little earlier so we can do the follow-up world quest. I believe this quest follows up with more Bibu action, and I feel like it's gonna be to the same extent as what we did today. I have no idea what this quest entails. I at least knew that this quest would feature like the sulfurous vein area, but even then I didn't really know what I was getting into with that. I don't know what that cat was talking about like devious ones with ill intent and all of that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into it tomorrow. I will be going live very early tomorrow because I obviously have to get the quest done before server reset. So tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna try to stream before noon, ideally like around 11 o'clock, if not 12 o'clock. It shouldn't take that long for me to get through the quest line. Hopefully, if it's around the same length as this one, then that's even better. That's perfect for me. Oh, it's shorter? That's even better then. So we'll definitely be able to get through it. Also, you guys can't see it, but these are all the notes that I took about all of my thoughts and theories going into 5.1. So tomorrow's stream, we'll be talking about all of this stuff at the top. It's a full page of notes, and there's a lot to get into. So I wanted to just share my thoughts before 5.1 drops in case your boy calls anything before it happens. So we'll be doing that at the top of tomorrow's tomorrow's stream. But yeah, this was a fantastic quest. I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys did as well. Very short, actually. I was expecting it to be a bit longer, but I actually kind of prefer if the quests, honestly, this is kind of like the perfect length of a quest. I would rather take more quests that are shorter like this than one very long quest. Personally, I wouldn't mind getting like maybe 4 or 5 world quests per area if they were a bit shorter to digest. And I haven't even gotten one of those like, hey, this is gonna be a really long quest, take your time with it. Like none of those prompts have popped up. Maybe that's just for the Archon quests. The Archon quests are a bit lengthier, which is understandable, but it's kind of crazy that some world quests are, in my opinion, they feel longer than Archon quests because there's so much that they're giving you. So yeah, I feel like they struck a really good balance with these world quests. I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. We saved the Children of the Echoes, and I guess tomorrow's quest is going to focus on the People of the Spring, since that's where the quest is kind of located, if you will. And we'll get into that tomorrow. We'll continue the journey of Bibu the Tepetlosaur and all of our other adventures. Big shout out again to the soldiers of Conria who fought the good fight. They're constantly putting in work in almost every nation that we've gotten introduced. I feel like their stories and their heroism is again, it kind of reminded me of the quest that we did during the Cavarna of Good and Evil, where the Pari and the Conria Knights were fighting off against the Abyss back in the day. They have me just as excited about the Abyss as they do the Conria, they have me just as hype as the Abyss as they do Conria, because I feel like those two things are just intrinsically like connected based on the history of the Cataclysm. So I'm hoping that they spruce things up and really like push the envelope with the Abyss the further the game goes, especially by the time we get to Conry, because there are so many like indescribable creatures and horrors, the likes of which we've never seen, and you know, we're still out here fighting freaking Abyss Lectors and Heralds. I'm really eager for some like new abominations. Yeah, I'm just really excited to see how all of that's gonna come together. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I will be live again. We will be getting into more World Quest content tomorrow, and I look forward to it.